Many of us who grew up in the southeastern Nigeria still has nostalgia of hearing train sounds. I could remember vividly always running to the veranda with my siblings to go and watch the big metal snake pass by. The sounds were so loud I could hear them from a distance. We usually pause whatever we are doing and we always shout, Biafra train, na buffer, train, na buffer. It was, and we always in Awe. It was a thing of celebration. We always wanted to see the metal snake and dreamt of entering one day to see what it feels like. Then all of a sudden it stopped. The train sounds, the train passing, and life moved on. Everyone moved on as if it was a normal day. But what happened? What happened to the a section that was generating so much money for the Nigerian railway? Why did it stop happening? Why did the train stop running? We're here to find out. Welcome to an episode of Waki Visuals. My name is Joreta Waki. On today's episode, today's topic is the Southeast Rail Line still viable? Well, let's find out together. If you're new here, welcome. Like, subscribe, and share. If you're an old comer, no. Make sure you watch to the end, as this is going to be another interesting episode. Thank you. Station store. Why did this big part of the Nigerian economy, why did it stop running? Well, there are some certain factors that contributed to that. The first issue is vandalism and massive theft. People felt, some certain individuals felt it was their right to start vandalizing the train equipment, the train sleepers, the different equipment that do enable the train run. They felt okay, it was their right, and they were stealing it and selling it. And the compound effect of that is one of the reasons why the Nigerian Railway Commission stopped operating in the southeast. Another factor that contributed to why the rail line stopped functioning in the southeast was issue of neglect and lack of maintenance. The Eastern Rail Line was really neglected, and there was no maintenance culture, and it cuts across all federal projects we do have here. We tend not to maintain them. It was, some people will say that it was marginalized politics, but we are not here to blame anybody because this issue span across all sectors. We tend to neglect government properties. If you got government properties are being neglected. So the Eastern Rail Line was badly neglected. If the landslide should clear some part of the rail tracks, it won't be maintained. Plus the vandalism, there was no place to maintain, even to replace what was stolen or whatever, and it kept deteriorating to this current state. And it deteriorated so bad that the Nigerian Railway Commission stopped functioning entirely in the East, despite generating millions of naira daily from transport. What can be done to ensure the full restoration of the Southeast Rail Line and the survival of it? Aside the modern engineering, which is of course, we have to build it up to standard to the Lagos to Ibadan Expressway and the Abuja to Kaduna Expressway. We also have to play other important roles to ensure that it survives. I divided them into three groups: security, financing, and the community engagement. On the issue of the security, I believe that CCTV cameras should be mounted along these rail corridors and to everywhere that the rail pass. There should be some CCTV cameras to monitor vandalism and other things and neglect. Two, rail line police post. Police posts should be built across the whole rail line with well-equipped police and military men, because we as a nation, we obey force. We tend to fear force. If there is no force, if there is no men in uniform guiding police, people tend to use it for play. People tend to use it as their playgrounds. So massive police posts, well-equipped police posts and military posts should be built across these rail lines. They should be here to monitor the activities going on, so that people can't just wake up one morning and start vandalizing the rail tracks and start taking whatever they want to take, because there is uniformed men there. Two, three, hustlers still on security. Hustlers should be defaulters should be punished severely, because if you know that if you go to the rail line and thief something, maybe sell something, and you be punished, you tend to rethink your actions. It's not something you just wake up one morning and go and do. And still on the CCTV camera and the drone monitoring should be here, so that even if some individuals have mind, or maybe under influence of whatever to steal it, the camera should capture them in real time and report them in real time, alerting the police and the security men involved. Then financing. One of the reasons why the Southeast Rail Line is not functioning like the Abuja to Kaduna and the Lagos to Ibadan is financing. Financing plays a huge role. Contractors tell you that if they are not receiving any money, that the financing stopped. Different excuses. So in the issue of we should first, in the issue of financing, the credit line, the international credit line. If China is borrowing us money to complete our rail line, then we should go in fully for it. We should have an agreement with China. Okay, if it's China that is sponsoring us, if it's Britain, any other country, there should be standard international credit line. It's not something hearsay. It's not something maybe if it will happen. It's something we have to be sure of. Okay, we are working with Chinese, and these are people that will deliver us. Then public and state investing. The state government should be able to invest in the rail line. It shouldn't be left for the federal government only. The state government should be also involved, because they are also using the rail line. The indigenes are also using the rail line. So the state government should be involved, and private individuals, private funding. If they feel like, if certain individuals feel like, okay, I want to fund this rail line, I want to fund maybe the train station in my state, they should be allowed to do that. There should be an avenue for them to allow to fund this rail line. It will help and make things faster. And guarantee cash flows should be ensured to the contractors, because one of the things that do affect federal projects and big projects like these are lack of cash flows. Maybe the contractor starts work and 2 months in, the cash stop coming. There is no way to pay the workers, and different excuses to start coming up. Before you know it, a day will pass, 1 week will pass, 6 months will pass, and that project will be abandoned. So once we've ensured our international credit line and the states and private individual investing, guarantee cash flow should also be ensured. Maybe a task force of verified individuals will be in charge of the pulse, will be in charge of the cash, to ensure that cash flow goes to the contractors that are building this rail line. They shouldn't be maybe a pause and start project. They shouldn't work 2 months and maybe wait 6 months to get funding to complete the project. Guarantee cash flow should be ensured, so as to help the contractors do their job effectively. And then finally, community engagement and public knowledge. We should engage and educate the rest of the populace that the rail line is an important section of our economy. If the rail line is functioning fully, it will lower cost of food, cost of things, because these roads do pass in villages that do produce food, and these villages have been cut off from the road networks, or the road network is still far. So if issue of transportation should be cut half, foodstuff will go everywhere, other products will go everywhere. We are all participants in this rail line. If you go to places like China, inside their rural areas, slow trains still run there, and as low as 1 yuan, everybody could enter train. So this thing is viable in the southeast. We can achieve that. It's not rocket science. It's something that we can do. So the community as a whole, as itself, should educate its populace. I'm doing the best I could doing this video, doing this, and I'll still keep on hammering on it. I'll still keep on educating as much as I could educate that the rail line is for everybody. It's not for some certain individuals. Around them area, I ain't use here. And if we continue investing positively in this rail line and in other sectors, things will get better. The change you're looking for begins with me and you. It's not, we're not living it for everybody. I have a government, I ain't so government, I ain't so warrior. If you've watched till here, thanks. Thanks for watching. Endeavor to like, subscribe, share to others. Let them see this, let them know about this, because a good functioning train is functional for everybody. Thanks very much. And I strongly believe that the Southeast Rail Station will be viable if we do what we are supposed to do. Thank you.